All right, we're live. Just got back from watching 28 Years Later, which is the UK, the British zombie movie. I didn't really like it, but after I came back home, what's a good way, a perfect way to end the weekend? And that for me is doing some little bit of game dev and live streaming. So let's get right to it. Here, let me just set things up a little bit. Just open up the live stream chat. Just in case. Usually I don't get anybody watching, but just in case. All right, so today what I'm gonna do is before going off to the movie theater, I did add victory animations, 8 of them. So I want to play randomly chosen victory animation per unit after the battle is finished. And for those units that are, your ally units that are not dead, they should be playing the victory animation. So what I mean, I'll show you what I mean by that. So right now, here I coded it so that when I click on begin, you immediately win the round. And right now, there's nothing really happening. Enemies are all dead, and ally characters are just kind of chilling and standing there. And then you see this modal saying, this is what you earned for winning the battle. Now, I want this modal to show up a little bit later, and maybe like 3 seconds later, and then during those 3 seconds, these characters will go play the victory animations. Just to showcase what these victory animations look like, here's one of them, just kind of cheering. Here's another one, kind of silly. This one is just doing a fist pump. Yeah. So that sort of animation. So yeah. So let's see. Let's see if our AI can help us out. So here is the code where the battle is constantly running this update in every animation frame or whatever the Unity does. And we will try to detect whether the battle should end, and it should end because we are forcefully putting the battle to victory mode. I do that by just simply looping through the enemy units and then giving them damage 2 times more than their max HP. So they're just gonna all just die in one shot, and that's exactly what we see. And then you immediately get into victory. So, and then we detect that we are in battle end, and the result, where did the result come from? It's a property, so something else is setting it, probably this. Yeah, here we go. I wonder why I did it this way. Yeah, it doesn't really need to be a separate property itself. That is very unnecessary. It just needs to be like, so let me see, result, battle result. Yeah, so that's quite odd. So I think I'm gonna do this. We don't really need class level variable. I think it might have been the AI that did it. Sometimes I just let the AI do whatever it wants to do, and that's a problem. So we just simply need to just return these enum values, right? And not all code paths return a value. Okay. All players units dead. All enemy units dead. All enemy units. All player units. I think we don't really need to check for that. I think that's good enough, and then we just need to check. Well, first of all, I'll just go ahead and delete this. That's gonna cause a lot of errors, right? Not a lot, just a couple places. And that's it. I just need to test whether I've broken something in the game. Yep, we're fine. We are fine. Okay, so when the victory is detected, we give rewards, and then okay, so before we give rewards, we should probably, yeah, so giving the rewards actually opens the modal, right? So we should probably take like 3 seconds and then give the rewards. Let's do that. So in update, when victory is detected, we want to wait 3 seconds before running give rewards. Whoa, it's doing a lot of changes. Why? Victory delay timer 0, victory delay 3. Oh, that's really odd. I'm gonna reject that. It's just too many changes that I don't like that. Right, so I rejected all those changes because it was too many changes. How about we spin up a core routine to delay 3 seconds and run give rewards. Is this a feasible solution for Unity? Do you recommend anything else? Don't touch my code. Let's just discuss. Explain to me concisely. Don't be verbose. Yes, using a core routine is much cleaner solution for Unity. Here is why it's better. Okay, implementation would be add blah blah blah. Is there any other way other than in core routines in Unity that runs code in a different thread? In Unity, there are several ways to run code asynchronously, but Unity doesn't support true multi-threading for most game operations due to the main thread requirement. Unity's async options, coroutines, async await, invoke, simple delayed execution on main thread, threading limited to non-Unity API calls. For your 3-second delay, coroutines are ideal. Async await would work but is overkill. Invoke is simpler but less flexible. Okay, so let me, without touching my code, can you show me the async await approach? I just want to see what it means by async await here. Here's async await approach for your 3-second delay. Modify the victory condition in update. Task process victory async. Oh, okay. So while we are awaiting, is it even awaiting here? I don't think it's awaiting. You're not awaiting in that example, right? Okay, so I do like that approach. Okay, I like this approach more than coroutines. Why do you say this is more complex? Looking at it again, async await isn't really more complex than coroutines for this use case or modern C# syntax. Okay, so let's use async await. I think coroutine is actually more complex because once you get the object of coroutine, you can actually cancel it and you can do stuff to that coroutine from outside. Oh, it's more complex because but I don't understand. So why do we need is victory processing when we are setting the current state to battle state dot battle end, and therefore we will never enter this code block where the very first condition is this. Sometimes AI does some stupid things. Please remove. Yeah, this is absolutely unnecessary variable. Yeah, I don't know why it was trying to do that. Because by the time we're in here, like something has updated. There you go. So this check battle end conditions is actually, we need to rename it check and set like that, right? So it is actually setting the battle state in here. So once you set the state of the battle to battle end, we will never come in here again because this requires battle combat. So yeah, we don't need that variable anymore. Okay, so I think we can test it. Right, so now it's gonna spend 3 seconds and end it. Yeah, that's perfect. No errors, nothing. Okay, I like that. Okay, so we will accept this solution. And, but I'm just wondering, why is the underscore? Do we really need that? We don't really need that, right? It would still work. One, two, three. There you go. We don't really need that. I'll just leave it as it is. Okay. So, as part of processing the victory async, here the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna loop through the ally characters, battle units, and then play the random victory animations. So I will, okay, so in this method, first thing we are going to do before the 3 seconds delay is looping through all ally battle units that are still alive and play a random 1 out of 8 victory animations for each. These units all have their own animator, but I would like to override for this one time to play the victory animations. Here are some code you can use to loop through the ally units. Battle, because the battle, this code has player units, and then each battle unit has its own state or status, right? And one of them is dead, right? So battle unit. Okay, I think that's all it needs to loop through the player units, and then the animation clips are all the victory animation clips are all looped, and they are located in the folder. So They are in assets, resources, animations, and victory folder. So assets, resources, animations, victory. Okay. That's it, right? All right, so it's looping through the player units, and if the unit status is not dead and it's not removed, meaning they're in the game and they're alive, victory animation name. Oh, it's actually smart enough to know their names. Wow, okay. Play the victory animation on the unit. Okay, so each unit is an object of battle unit. So it won't have... Oh, unless it added that. Oh, it did. Okay. Animator play. I mean, I don't like these random null checks. I never want them in my game. You can really just do that? I don't think so. Let me see. Yeah, so nothing happens. Okay, so let me see here. Add player name in the printout below. Not player name, unit type. Victory 6. Okay, so even though I see in the debug in the console the debug log that was added, no victory animation is playing. I think this is because the victory animation clips are not part of the animator. These are just separate independent animation clips that should be loaded dynamically from the resources folder. Okay, so animations, victory, animation name, you load the clip, and then again, I don't like these null checks. The AI loves to put null checks, but I never like them, because if there's a problem, I want the problem to surface and break the game so I can fix it. Animator override controller. What is that? I have no idea what that is. I mean, we can test it out, but yeah, that is not working. That didn't work. It's not. Is there a way to ignore the existing animator and just play the random victory animation clip directly? Okay, stop doing null checks. Even if I tell it to stop doing null checks, it just doesn't listen to me. It loves to do null checks. Okay, so we've got an error. The animation state victory could not be played because it couldn't be found. Nothing happening. Oh, crap. Nothing is happening. It's still in idle. Nothing is happening, and the units animator still loops, still in idle state. No, the victory animation is not playing on the units. Now the animator is disabled and playing the victory animation. Okay. This guy stopped animating, but this guy's still animating. What is happening? The issue might be that we need to use the animator's override controller property. Let me check what animations are actually available in the animator first. Okay, so now it's AI is trying to put in print debug to understand what is happening. Okay, so the clip is loading correctly, but the animator state is false, which means the animation isn't being recognized by the animator controller. The issue is that the victory animations aren't part of the animator's state machine. Let me try a different approach using the animator's override control. Okay, so will it be easier if I add victory state to the animator? Then can you replace the animation clip in the victory state? That would be much easier. Okay. All right, so I guess that's what I'm gonna do then. So what I can do is I would go to the battle units prefabs. So go to resources, prefabs, battle units. Let's say Roid and animator. Okay. And I would copy and paste. And this would be victory. And I would add trigger victory. Make transition to victory. Okay, I did that. Okay, so I added victory state to the animator with trigger victory. All right, let's see if this is gonna work. I only made that change for Roid, not the not Joel, which is the knight. So only Roid should be playing the victory animation. Nope, he's not doing that. Even after this change, the victory animation is not playing. Well, actually, let me check what state Roid is in. Okay, so we go to Roid. He is... Where is he? He's here. He's still in idle. We triggered the victory, but he's in idle. Oh, that's really weird. Okay, maybe there is some code overriding. Let me see. Battle unit. maybe there is some code within battle unit that is overriding. It's not playing, but instead the characters, the units, animator is in idle state. Maybe there is some code within battle unit that is overriding our victory trigger to set the animator state to idle. Can you find this code and show me? Don't modify any code. Okay, so there seems to be, there's AI loop and it's triggering idle. Okay. So we should probably kill all AI loops. Stop all AI loops of the units when the battle ends. This should happen within when we are looping live ally units. Okay. Let's try that. So there is indeed each individual unit's AI loop is actually overriding. So we set our victory and then it just quickly overrides it to idle. Okay, so what's happening now? What state are you in? It's still in idle. Okay, so right, just because you stop AI loop, it doesn't mean the AI loop stops immediately. So it seems like the victory trigger is still being overridden by idle. Can we have the individual units AI loop to check the status of the battle, and only if they the battle is not ended, we We set the trigger to idle. Okay. Let's try that out. Oh no, it's still not working. God. Still in idle. What is going on? What is going on here? Stop player. Okay. The battle unit is still in idle status. Can you add debug logs for us to see what's going on? Can you prefix the debug logs with so I can remove them easily later? All right, so we have more detailed debug statements. So we're gonna run the game, clear the console. Clear, and then begin. All right, we're gonna see what's happening here now. Just copy the whole thing. The debug logs show that the victory trigger is being set, but the animator state is still false, which means the victory state isn't being reached. This suggests that there might be an issue with the animator controller setup or the transition conditions. Let me add more. Okay, so I think it's complaining because we didn't put the state so we didn't put the victory state for Joel. Oh no, we didn't even put the condition here. Oh my God. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Oh God. Oh my God. I'm so dumb. All right, so what am I gonna do? Just go back to here. Yeah. Let's see. Oh god. This wouldn't happen if I actually had viewers to my live stream and they're gonna see the mistake I'm making. Oh, there you go. Okay. But it's not actually playing. Okay, so we're gonna accept it. And then we're gonna tell the AI. Okay. So I can see the victory clip that is playing, but it's not playing the one dynamically loaded from resources folder, but instead it's playing the one configured in the animator for the victory state. Nah, it's still playing the original clip. Animations, victory, and animation name. Resources, animations, victory, and yeah, so the issue is likely that the animator override controller isn't working as expected. Let me try a different approach. Let's directly replace the clip. Okay. Oh no, it's still... Nope. It's still playing the original clip. The issue is that we can't modify the runtime controller's clips directly. Let me try a completely different approach. Let's use the animator component alongside the animator, but this time we'll disable the animator temporarily and use the animation component to play the victory clip. All right. Then there's no point of even having the victory state in the animator, if that's the case. Okay. Now no animation is playing. Right. Yeah, animator is disabled. Okay. Now I can see the animator component is disabled, but the character is not playing the victory animation clip. Instead, it's just frozen, motionless. The issue is the animation component needs to be properly set up to work with the character's skeleton. Let me try a different approach. Let's use the animator's play method with the clip directly, but we need to make sure the clip is compatible with the animator's avatar. All right. I mean, the animation clip itself is compatible. I know that for sure. Nothing happens. Yeah. The victory clip is not playing. Animator is in idle state and playing the idle animation. The AI is just at this point like trying a whole bunch of different stuff. I mean, I feel like there should be an easy way to do this. I can't believe this being like, right? Okay, this is gonna be the last try I do with AI, and then I'm gonna try to see it doesn't work. Okay, so, okay. Is there, okay, forget all your solutions. Let me guide you. Is there a way to play an animation dynamically, play a dynamically loaded animation clip to the rigged humanoid model without using the animator? Show me an example code first without touching my code. So you define the animation clip and you create an animation, you add animation component to it, and you disable the animator, and then you play the clip. All right, so let's try to do this solution. Okay. Okay, it's just not playing anything. It has animator that's disabled, collider, rigid body. Okay, so we do see animation. Okay, so I do see animator disabled and animation component in the humanoid properly. However, I don't see, I mean, so that's Victory 2 over here. This guy. Yeah, this guy is also Victory 2, is it? Yeah, they're both Victory 2. What are the odds? But I'm not gonna. However, I don't see the dynamic. I can also see the proper random victory animation assigned to the animation component. However, the units are frozen in place and not playing the animation. The issue is likely that the animation component needs to be properly configured to work with humanoid models. Let me try a different approach. Let's use the animator's crossfade method with a temporary override, but this time we'll make sure the clip is properly set up. Okay, I don't know what that means. Crossfade sounds like it's gonna try to smoothly transition, but like I don't know how all this works. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Yeah. Okay. That didn't work. How about this? Revert everything, and since the characters will no. Okay, so let me find out why it's not working. It's still in idle, right? That's what we saw. So if I go to the scene, click on this guy, animator, and he's still in idle. Yeah, if I play victory, he's just gonna... Okay, so... And this guy... Yeah, that's not gonna work. The clip, what is it doing? It's trying to set it to idle, okay. The clip is not... I see that the code is trying to replace the idle animation clip to the victory clip, but that doesn't happen. It still plays the original idle clip. Isn't working. Let me try a different approach. Let's check if the victory clips are actually compatible with the humanoid avatar. The problem might be that the clips need to be properly configured for humanoid models. I mean, I know that these clips work for humanoid. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, is it even... That didn't work. Is it even possible to replace the animation clip in one of the animator states during runtime like that in Unity? I still think that you should be able to disable the animator and play the dynamically loaded animation clip on the humanoid. I know the animation is compatible with the humanoid model, so don't doubt that. Yeah, I don't understand why this doesn't work. I have a feeling that this is like the proper way to do it. I just don't know how to do that. I can't believe it's this difficult for Unity. So I really can't believe this thing has victory, play automatically, victory 1. This is supposed to play victory 2, so the random victory animations are working. What's animation and what's animations? I don't get it. Why is it not playing? Okay. Okay, why did you set play automatically? Oh, because he manually. Okay. The victory animation is loaded properly in inspector, I can see, but animation itself isn't playing at all. This issue might be that the animation component needs to be properly initialized, or there's a timing issue. Let me try a different approach. Let's use a coroutine to ensure the animation component is properly set up and playing. This has error. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm kind of stuck here. I need to... I feel like I need to go on the internet and do it the old school way. Like, yeah, it's not working. So I'm gonna... accept it for now. Oh no, shoot. Let's go back to the solution where we disable animator and just play the one animation clip that's loaded. Yeah, so this results in just not animating anything and just frozen, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Unity play animation clip. Oh, my eyes. Don't they have like a dark mode? Okay. Animation dot play example. Let the S and J keys start a spin. Okay, whatever. So you've got an animation. At the start, we get component animation and assign to it. That's fine. Anim spin dot layer. What? Okay, so maybe if the okay, so I should just read the whole thing. Plays an animation without blending. If no name is supplied, then the default animation plays. Use the optional play mode. If the specified animation is already playing, then other animations will be stopped, but the animation will not rewind to the beginning. When the end of the animation is reached, it will automatically be stopped and rewound to the start unless the play mode is set to loop. If play is called on an object during a frame update where the object is also deactivated, then the call will effectively be cancelled. To use the play, the animation data must be visible in the inspector window. This window contains all animations for a game object in an array. As an example, 2 animations, jump and spin, are stored in the animations list. The play can play each of these animations. Animation can also combine animations. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this whole thing. And then here is online doc for animation.play. It looks like the animation clip we want to play should be in the animations list. Are we doing that? Clip. Okay. Still not working. Okay. There's no animation clip loaded. And there's the animations list is empty. I can see in the inspector that the inspector in the animation component, there is no animation clip assigned and animations list is empty. Well, I did not expect this to be so difficult. I really didn't expect that. Alright, so it looks like it's doing a whole bunch of debug printouts. So I'm gonna copy and paste and give it to the AI. From here to here. Now I can see the exact issue. The debug output shows clip legacy false. This is the problem. Okay, so I was probably looking at the animations must be marked as legacy in the inspector for the animations to be found. This option appears after switching the inspector window to debug. Let me see. According to this official doc, it seems like you can set a clip to legacy mode. All right. Yeah, still didn't work. Copy. Well, it's in there. This is from the Unity console. However, Victory animation is still not playing. The clips are now being added. The issue might be that the animation component is conflicting with the humanoid model setup. Let me try a different approach. Let's check if the animation component is actually playing and add some more debugging. Great. I don't know why it's keep doubting that there might be a compatibility issue between the animation clip and the humanoid, because I already told the AI that there shouldn't be any compatibility issues, because I know these animations should work. This suggests the animation component is playing, but the clip isn't properly assigned. The issue might be that we are using animation, but the clip isn't being set as the current clip. Okay. Now the debug output shows everything is working correctly. Animation is playing true. Current animation name is whatever. Animation speed is 1. The animation component is properly playing the victory clips. If we're still not seeing the visual animation, the issue might be that the animation component is conflicting with the humanoid model's skeleton, or the clips aren't compatible with the model's rig. Let me try one more approach. Let's make sure the animation component is properly configured. I know. Okay, I'll just test it out first. Oh shoot. Okay, so why isn't it playing though? Why not? I don't get it. Still not playing the animation. Here is the console output. I know the animation clips work on these humanoids, so that's not the problem. Oh dear, now we're just like giving up the whole thing. I don't think the current AI can solve this problem. This is the first time. Oh! What? As soon as I said that. What? How? What the heck? Oh. It just created like a temporary animator. Okay, that worked. Wow. As soon as I said that. Isn't that funny? I'm like, the current animator cannot, or current AI cannot do this. As soon as I said that. I'm trying to fix. Yeah, because we don't need this anymore, right? And also for Joel. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay, so let's go back. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Just when I was about to give up. But it is a bit odd to just suddenly, just very suddenly, the animation doesn't fade into it, but like abruptly just go into the. Yeah, but I'm not gonna worry about it. It's the best we can do, I think. Okay, so that worked. That worked. Can you remove all debug outputs that you added in this session? So the only thing is that because we are completely replacing the original animator with the new one, there is no animation smooth transition from the previously running animation. There isn't much we can do about this, right? When we completely replace, we lose the smooth transition because we essentially switching to a completely different animator system. There are a few potential solutions, but they all have trade-offs. Crossfade with the original controller. Keep the original controller, but use crossfade to transition. Problem, the override controller approach wasn't working reliably. Blend the animations manually. Keep both controllers and blend between them. Complex and might not work well with humanoid models. Use animation events. Add events to the victory animations to restore the original controller. More complex setup. Accept the abrupt. Just accept it. Okay. Pre-configure the original animator. Add victory states to the original animator controller. Use triggers to play them without replacing the controller. But then you cannot. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just gonna stick to it. Let me just see the timing. Let me actually take out, let me just actually fight. Take out the force victory. Below is testing code. That was kind of like a miracle, but what it did made sense. All right, begin. Hey, why are you doing that? What? Hold on, what? What? I just took out the force victory. Are we entering here? I don't get it. Yeah, we are entering. Why? Why would that be the case? Battle end? What is happening? Well, we know I touched this part. Not sure if this is related, but yeah, that shouldn't be happening. What's happening now? All player units dead. Oh, I think this is a problem. Oh, shoot. Oh, what did I have before? Okay, and then so we need to check the player and the enemies, and then if we have we have none. Oh, fine. That's what it should have been. I introduced that bug. Wait, hold on. So that means I don't need that debug statement. Okay, there you go. Now we're actually fighting. So Royd is probably going to die. Okay, so he won't be playing the victory dance. Yeah, that was very sudden. Doesn't look nice, does it? It doesn't look nice. Let me try to fix that. So okay, so we don't need that. Play victory animation. Process victory async. Delay. Okay, we're gonna put a delay here of 2 seconds. Let's see. Yeah, that's more like it. I like that. All right, I think we're done, actually. All right. I think we're done. So what was the next thing I was gonna do? We end the battle, and then now I have to finish off the tutorial map, right? And so I think before I move on, let me just have a look at the I'm just gonna take a look at the console log printouts and try to delete anything that I don't need. So character saved successfully. Nothing really printing anymore. Okay, so all this saved successfully, all this stuff, I think they can go now. Saved successfully. I don't think we need any of these anymore. These individual. So there's just too much. The game has been reset. No saved inventory data. Saving game data. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so I think here's a good point where I save the work I did so far. Let's load the branch. Man, I almost gave up on that. That was pretty hard. So added random victory animation when battle ends with victory. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna merge it to the main. No conflicts. Battle victory animations added. Okay, we switch over to this change set, and then we're gonna hide this branch. Okay, hide, because we don't need that anymore. Okay, cool. So the next thing I'm going to do is something light, and then I'll just finish it here, the live stream. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the transform of this, and then for Roid, I'm going to paste it. Right, so where's Roid? What? Anyway. Yeah, so Roid goes to 0. Alright, so in the tutorial map, I need to finish the tutorial map. Okay, so when I play it, okay, so there are these blue portals. The yellow portals we have are for storylines. So you're going to see a cutscene when you walk into that. But here blue means you're going to have to teleport. And that blue portal seems like it's floating in the air. Yeah, it is. That's not good. So let me fix that. So checkpoint. I wonder what happened to it. Sections, checkpoints. I guess the whole checkpoints need to come down. Yeah, that looks better. All right, so I'm gonna copy paste it. Right, so once you enter the blue portal, you are supposed to teleport. Like that. So I have to make that happen. So I made it happen between section 1 and 2. Now I need to make that happen between section 2 and 3. So I'm gonna do that, and then that'll be it for today. So section 2 is here. Section 2 arrival point, and this is the portal. Now I'm going to duplicate that and then teleport checkpoint 2, and this checkpoint is going to be all the way down here. Here. Yeah, so we're gonna just drag it and bring it over here. Right. Yep. Okay, and then each portal has this script teleport trigger, and teleport target is the place where, if you take this portal, place where you're teleporting to, and it's currently configured to go to that over there. So we're gonna make a copy of that as well, and we will actually take that and then put it into section 3 checkpoint, like that. Yeah, and we will go here. Sorry, section 3 is here, and then we will be arriving right here. What is that? No. Okay, so we will be so I'm just gonna take the, maybe I take this, copy the component, and then paste. Where is it? Okay. That is not right. Oh dear. Yeah, here's section 3. Where is this? Why are you over there? What? Okay, I'm gonna try to find it. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. Okay, let's put it right here. Yep. turn it off, and teleport to section 2. This is teleport to section 1, and this is teleport to section 3, and this thing, teleport target, is this one. Okay, cool. And then we will duplicate this and then bring it over here, and we're gonna say teleport to section 2, and that thing is, where is it? Okay. Where is... I'm lost. Where's my section 3? Oh, here. Okay, so we're gonna... Okay, we're gonna bring it up like that. Okay, where is this guy? Okay, so it's on top of each other, which is not ideal. This guy has to be a little bit like this. And then this guy's arrival point, when you take that portal, is going to be back to section 2, which is over here. So section 3 arrival point. And we will go to section 2 now. Okay, what's going on? Yeah, that's section 2, and then we're gonna have to place it over here. Now we take this. Yeah, I think that's good. Make it invisible, and then like that. All right, so let's test it out. This will be the last thing I do in this stream. Okay, we take it, keep running. Later, well, I'm not gonna spoil the game, but yeah, we just keep running. This is a tutorial anyway. And then we come here, come down. Oh, we gotta make it this invisible. Cool, we did it. So we make this one invisible. And that is it. I'm actually gonna save it. Add teleporting between the sections in tutorial. Yep, and that is the end of the stream. Good. So we have the battle from beginning to the end finished, and you also get the rewards. So that's done this week. Tutorial section teleporting is done. We just need to work on the cutscenes, the dialogues in the tutorial, and then yeah. So I think that's a wrap for tutorial section. And yeah, excited to work on the village. Once you're done with the tutorial, you enter the village. All right, that's it.